Today we are gonna negotiate or renegotiate a contract between a pharmaceutical company and McKinsey. As you can see, the title of the case is When AI Disrupts Traditional Consulting. I'm providing you with an executive summary of the full case that has been developed. Now, Sarah, the Chief Procurement Officer at PharmaCrest Global, is going to renegotiate a decade-long consulting partnership with McKinsey. They have an $18.5 million annual contract that is facing pressure from AI disruption. There are also performance concerns and also competitive market dynamics. Now, how artificial intelligence is challenging traditional consulting models and reshaping vendor relationship in the pharmaceutical industry. The company background: PharmaCrest Global is a $45 billion pharmaceutical company, has almost 70,000 employees across 50 countries, and it is one of the top global pharmaceutical companies. Has a strategic focus on biosimilars and gene therapy, and it's also an innovation leader in oncology, rare diseases, and vaccines. What is the history of the partnership with McKinsey? The relationship began in July 2014 during a merger. It evolved from 6 months engagement to a comprehensive strategic partnership. McKinsey consultants are embedded in PharmaCrest strategic planning. There is a deep integration of McKinsey's frameworks into company operations. Now, the current contract structure is an $18.5 million annually contract that was signed more or less 3 years ago. There are 26 professional consultants involved across 4 levels. You have 2 senior partners, 4 partners, 8 senior consultants, and 12 consultants with different hourly fees. The scope of the work is very, very strategic. You have strategic transformation initiatives, M&As, operational excellence, and digital strategy consultation. The historical impact has been remarkable. 3 biotech companies acquisitions, 2 manufacturing facilities closure, designing a digital transformation roadmap, and also McKinsey has been involved in the R&D pipeline investment decisions. There has been some performance concerns. Only 42% of McKinsey recommendations successfully executed. The industry benchmark is almost 2/3, 65%. The implementation time also is twice as long as a target. And most important, internal teams spend 1/3 of their time translating McKinsey frameworks into something that is actionable. There are also service quality issues. Most project teams are built around junior consultants, and senior partners only appear during kickoffs and final presentations. And sometimes the reports are recycled from other clients, and some of the contractual commitment on knowledge transfer has been not met. Now, there has been AI technology disruption, and what the company has done is has been developing its internal own AI capabilities. Market analysis now is completed in 2 hours versus 2 weeks for McKinsey. There is real-time competitive intelligence, custom GPT agents. They use Claude, they use Perplexity, and there is also, most importantly, internal AI platform that has been trained on 10 years of consulting deliverables, mostly by McKinsey, for sure. And there are some documented savings. More than $2 million have been saved only in Q1 from AI tools replacing external consultants. And also, AI tools are outperforming McKinsey in speed for routine strategic questions. And also, internal teams now are able to match McKinsey insight quality. Now, there are also alternatives for the company. Boston Consulting Group, Bain, and Deloitte have all provided competitive bids. And also, boutique pharmaceutical specialists that have a lower cost than big consultancies are available. And this is one of the alternative options. The other is to combine AI tools with the selective use of larger firms. And also there is an estimated total strategy advisory need. The market trends are very interesting. Traditional strategy firms are facing pressure from technology consultancies, but also boutique specialists are providing pressure. They have been founded by former Big Three consultants. And also McKinsey has lost some clients in the same industry. Now, which are the primary goals? For sure, a reduction of cost and shift from time-based to outcome-based pricing model, very, very important, and reduce the overall team size with a guarantee of the senior partner involvement. And also align McKinsey compensation with successful implementation. There are leverage points for sure, but there are also some strategic considerations. McKinsey has a deep knowledge of PharmaCrest business operations. There is an established relationship between the board members and the executive team. And they have been involved in every major strategic initiative since 2014. So they are embedded in the institutional knowledge of the company. There are some risk factors, potential loss of strategic capabilities, industry-wide implications, but also maintaining strategic excellence while reducing consulting spend. The upcoming negotiation will happen tomorrow, so let's prepare for the negotiation. In order to prepare for the negotiation, we use again Cassidy, and we developed a workflow with Eli, the strategic buyer, Deepak, the negotiator, and also Linus, the compiler. Linus is integrating the outputs of the strategic buyer and the negotiator. So I have uploaded the case study, the full case study. We only saw an executive summary before. And also a very simple user prompt that is analyze attached information, provide a final report. Now, we can see that Linus has provided a comprehensive report. There is a relationship assessment, the history, the current status, the perceived trust level, key insights. It is in some way a very important moment, a critical moment in the evolution of strategic consulting procurement. There are, again, it provides us with the numbers, but what is important is that the strategic consulting market is experiencing an unprecedented disruption driven by AI democratization of analytical capabilities and boutique specialization. So the big traditional firms are facing margin pressures as clients develop internal AI augmented capabilities that replicate routine strategic analysis functions. Now, McKinsey has still a very strong brand equity in the pharmaceutical sector expertise. It also has documented success in the PharmaCrest strategic initiatives. So it's global, has a network, but still the performance analysis reveals some gaps. Again, there are multiple vectors that provide an erosion of the competitive position of McKinsey. AI tools for sure, boutique firms, and technology consultancies. The firm's traditional value proposition of exclusive insights and frameworks becomes less defendable when clients can access similar analytical capabilities through AI platform and specialized providers. For sure, PharmaCrest has a strong negotiation position with multiple viable alternatives. We have the 3 competitive biddings, but also boutique pharmaceutical specialists offer sector expertise and internal AI capabilities. Sustainability innovation factors, the consulting industry sustainability profile increasingly emphasizes outcome-based value delivery over resource-intensive traditional models. So integration represents both an opportunity and threat for them. Risk assessment, there is an operational risk, a financial risk for sure, strategic risk, that is the loss of institutional knowledge and board-level relationship. This is very important. Compliance, again, there is a contract, and reputational risk. Strategic opportunities, there are value creation opportunities, the company has a competitive advantage and innovation potential. So, recommended strategic approach is pursue an aggressive renegotiation targeting or with between 25 and 30% cost reduction, while restructuring the engagement model to outcome-based pricing. Maintain selective relationship for complex strategic initiatives requiring senior expertise while developing internal AI augmented capabilities for routine analysis. So This approach balances relationship preservation with value optimization. So again, value optimization opportunities, outcome-based pricing, no more hourly billing, AI integration, selective engagement, again, and knowledge capitalization. There are some key assumptions. Again, McKinsey's willingness to accept outcome-based pricing model, internal team capability to absorb, transfer knowledge, competitive alternative maintaining proposed pricing. And then we move to preparing for the negotiations. Which are our interests, cost optimization, performance improvement, strategic capability retention, and outcome alignment, shift to performance-based pricing. Likely other parties' interests. For sure, they want to preserve revenue and preserve the relationship. And also market positioning. Demonstrate the ability to evolve consulting model in an AI disrupted landscape. In competitive differentiation. Preserve premium positioning against boutique competitors. Very, very important. And also technology enabled alternatives. So the other parties' interests are very, very clear. Which is our alternative? For sure is a hybrid model, for example, combining BCG or Bain, developing internal capabilities, or employing a boutique pharmaceutical specialist. Likely other parties' BATNA is pursue other pharmaceutical companies, maybe at reduced margins. So maybe in the power balance assessment, the company is a bit stronger. Now, then we developed 3 scenarios. The first is strategic relationship preservation. Likely interest is to maintain revenue while demonstrating adaptability to AI disrupting market. Minimize price reduction, focus on the BATNA is focus on other pharmaceutical clients. But also, there is a high value functional utility. PharmaCrest serves as a flagship pharmaceutical client and market credibility anchor. Relationship loss could trigger broader client defections. Very interesting. Scenario number 2, likely interest, transform the engagement model to outcome-based pricing, integrating AI capabilities. They structure the pricing model and pioneer new consulting model with other clients, acquiring AI capabilities, partnering maybe with technology firms. This is an alternative. For PharmaCrest, partnership becomes a showcase for next generation consulting model. So it's an innovation. And the third is defensive revenue protection. Minimize contract changes, emphasize relationship value and switching costs, resist outcome-based pricing, maintain current pricing structure, highlight unique insights and board relationships, accept contract loss, this is alternative rather than establish unfavorable precedent. Maintain premium pricing, precedent protects broader client portfolio from similar negotiation pressure. So PharmaCrest becomes something like a precedent in the negotiation also with other clients in the future for McKinsey. Creative options, hybrid AI-human partnership model, joint development of AI-augmented consulting methodology, combining PharmaCrest AI capabilities with McKinsey strategic frameworks. Outcome-based pricing with success sharing, compensation tied to implementation success metrics. Selective premium engagement models, we spoke about that. Knowledge transfer accelerator program, performance guarantee structure, phase transition model. Which are the issues? We know the contract value, the pricing model structure, the senior partner involvement, implementation success accountability, team composition and size, knowledge transfer requirements, and performance measurement framework. So we can have different focus options for annual contract value. One is aggressive, the second is phase reduction through the years, and third is performance-linked pricing. Our internal stakeholders, objective arguments, we have them, addressing their likely arguments and questions, objections. Relationship value and institutional knowledge justifies premium pricing. How will you maintain strategic quality with reduced consulting support? Implementation failures reflect client execution challenges, not consulting quality. And then we have questions. How is McKinsey, for example, adapting to its service delivery model to integrate AI capabilities and provide enhanced value? Then we have a table that provides initial proposal, target result, and the limit for each one of the main issues we have: annual contract value, implementation success rate, senior partner hours, performance penalties. opportunities to make trades, for sure, which is the negotiation strategy, and adaptive strategy elements based on the scenario, the most likely scenario that we will encounter. Anticipating key objections and preparing for responses. Outcome-based pricing creates unfair risk allocation for factors beyond our control. Makes sense. Additional creative options. Enhanced transparency in process means we are providing a glass box and not a black box so that the agents and the workflow explains exactly how we came up with the specific recommendations. Having said so, let me show you the workflow. The workflow has a manual trigger that is the uploaded file and the user prompt. Then we move to the strategic buyer. This is the user prompt. What we have to do in Cassidy is provide a user prompt that explains the strategic buyer that it is part of a workflow and the purpose of the workflow. Then we move to Deepak, the negotiator. And again, we have very comprehensive user prompt that explains Deepak its role in the workflow. And last is Linus, the compiler, that again has a very comprehensive user prompt explaining how it should act in the workflow. And here it has two inputs. One is the output of the strategic buyer, and the second is the output of Deepak. And what you saw was the final report. For sure, each one of these agents also have very comprehensive system instructions that we have seen also in previous videos.